Hey everybody, this is Michelle from Half the National Average, and I am so glad to be back. Although I think it may or may not be the next day, but it doesn't count if I haven't gone to sleep yet. So it still counts that I got a video in every day so far in May. So I just want to thank all of you yesterday for not just watching Share Half Your Cheese, but also donating. I mean, I did forget somebody super important. Christine Ishii donated half her cheese, and she is such a do-gooder. She gets abandoned dogs and places them. I knew Christine way back when in UPS days, and it's just kind of serendipitous that Christine, we donated to a UPSer's grandson's funeral. I mean, it's horrible, but it's just like crazy how the world that I met randomly in Alaska while I was on my trip around to all 50 states. It's just super crazy. So today's habit hack, I was gonna do 47 just because I kind of cheesily did it, but I'm like, I need to get this thing going. So I'm gonna do 48 and just remind you of 47. 47 is the law of, or it's not a law, it's the blueprint. So when you have a faulty blueprint, you really need to take a look and see if you need to shift your own paradigm, your own beliefs, your own reason why you're chopping the ham on the ends. And it's really because grandma had a small pot and you just rotated and rotated until it got to you and you thought that that was correct. Now, a lot of terrible things that are going on in the news right now, which is breeding more hate, more anger, more highlight on the injustice that's freaking always there. I just want to say that kid is going to have to look at his paradigm or his blueprint and decide whether that's what he wants to live the rest of his life with, because it's taught to us. So it's not right or wrong all the time. It's taught. So we have to decide, and a lot of people don't. They just never decide. So that's habit hack number 47. If you're working on a habit and you're really struggling and it's something you super duper want to do, then possibly you need to investigate the blueprint of why you think you shouldn't do it, because that is a reality. We subconsciously will sabotage ourselves if we don't feel that we deserve it. And that is going to bring us into the law of attraction. So law of attraction is habit hack number 48. Oh, just real quick, couple shout outs. Christine, thank you. My sister, she had the most beautiful post on my Facebook, Half the National Average. If you don't follow or like, can you like my page? I mean, thank you, Robert, for liking it and sharing it. Thank you. That was awesome. But my sister, she is a Dave Ramsey like app follower, and she budgets to the penny, and she has an allowance that she's been saving up because of quarantine, and she's on a bowling league. I know we all laugh at her for it, but she loves it, and she's pretty good, I think. Maybe she says she's not, but we're all perfectionists in this family. But anyway, she donated all of her allowance. I said, no, only half. You already donated last month. You don't need to. But she's like, you know what? I was so inspired by our big brothers, by the stories that we've had, tons and tons of stories. Trust me, one of these days I'm gonna horrify everybody, and I will write a book and out everybody with their uncomfortable growing ups. But I just wanted to thank Cindy because she already donated. It couldn't stop her. And Robert for sharing. And my brother, who said he was super duper inspired by being reminded that sometimes you need to post before it's perfect. And that's a big problem for a lot of us. We see everything on TV, on Instagram, and everything's so buttoned up. And it's just like, I can't do that. I can't do that. But the law of attraction, stay around people that have super high standards, but and have abundance in their heart, but also are willing to share when they're no good, because that sharing is an abundance of itself. And we had, I'm still learning that. It's really, really tough for me. I started this project because I was in a super bad state. I had really bad PTSD, and doesn't go away. And that was over a year ago. And then 6.5 months ago, I started doing this Half the National Average project. And if I hadn't started it slow and easy and really kind of lame, I would never be able to, during quarantine, be able to have such a regimented schedule to be able to get all these things done, plus a lot of work done, plus all my projects. And how many of us have said, oh, if I only had time, I would do this, this, and this. And then now the whole universe has time. And what have most people done? It's because you don't, if an opportunity comes like this, which I'll say for some people it's an opportunity, if you're not ready for the opportunity, you don't get to take advantage of it. And so when you're doing a habit hack number 48, I think I'm 48. I always forget. I'm always saying the name. Oh, it is 48. Got it. 40. The law of attraction, start little by little, because you don't know what it's preparing for you for. You do not know what that discipline and that regiment that you're creating in your life is preparing you for. How much time do I have? Oh my gosh, I have so much time. Well, actually, I never have so much time. So hopefully, does that make sense? So 47, really investigate your blueprint or your foundational blueprint. Is it correct? I mean, it was given to you. Genetics and then also social and family upbringing given to you. So if you're paranoid about making a mistake or that you're going to look really stupid, which all of us grew up like that, my family, not all of the universe, but the siblings that I have. So we kind of had to learn how to look dumb. Well, we all look dumb, but we had to learn how to deal with it. And so, this is hard. This video thing is really hard for me. And a lot of times, I feel like I look dumb, and I'm sure I do, but it's really about getting out there and sharing and being ready, putting it in as a part of a habit for something else. I don't know what it's going to do, but I'm telling you, it is very disciplined to come out and then think about something like real. I mean, all these habit hacks are real stuff that I either read or studied or looked at. And then, so I'm going to share a story, another one. And I think it's really important because today something really funny happened. And I was at Trader Joe's. Anybody who's been at Trader Joe's is, it's like cattle, right? They put you outside, they have it all stalled out, and then you have to wait, and then you push along, and then you look for your stuff, and you have to get it, and then if somebody's taking a long time, you're like waiting for them, and then even you have to go through all the vegetables. If you're not eating vegetables, you have to go through every lane, and then even and then they take you one, and you step back, and then they pack your, no more bringing your bags in, guys. So anyway, I'm at Trader Joe's, and the only reason I'm at Trader Joe's, is because I wanted to get some smooth move tea that helps you move things along. And so I missed it, and it was like in the first row, and I asked the guy when went through the whole freaking store. I mean, I was getting fake stuff just so I didn't have an empty basket. I got some eggs and some blueberries, and it's like I didn't need anything. I needed the smooth move tea. And so I get to the front, and the guy's like, I'm like, I didn't see the tea. Do you guys still have tea? He's like, oh yeah, it's on the first row. And I was like, so I can't go back there and get it? No, we'll send somebody. Okay. And so he's like, Joe, what kind of tea do you need? And I'm like, So it's a digestion tea. It's called like smooth move. And I'm hoping he doesn't say smooth move aisle 1, And so anyway, I'm telling this whole story because I'm sitting there, and if this were 30 years ago, me at UPS on the day I met Eva Chen, who's now Eva Eno, happy anniversary, 21 years, oh my gosh. But 21 years since she's been married, not 21 years since she's known me, more like 30 years. But I met her because the most embarrassing thing that ever happened up to that point happened on that day. And I thought about that when I'm sitting here and he's walking away looking for the smooth move tea. And the whole line, it just took us like 15 hours to get there. So everybody's looking at me like, and all of my eggs and my blueberries have already been rang up. So I'm just sitting there. And he's like, oh, I think he has something. And he's bringing it up, and it's not smooth move tea. It's like black ginger. And I was like, that's what I want. Just give it to me. But had this happened before I habitually worked on telling these embarrassing stories, let me tell you, I would have never been able to go to that store again. That's how shy and embarrassed I was. And it's right across the street from Nelson, which if you want to see the video of the hacks he gave, just go ahead and it's on YouTube right now, so half the national average, and I'll post a shorter version tomorrow. But anyway, so this is what I'm giving away today. That's my story. That's my habit hack. That's all I got. This is a Bright Lean bag. Oh, this will be on Facebook, but the shorter version, I'll just let you know what I have because I have to cut this thing down to 10 minutes to get it on Instagram. So Facebook, you can have this if you join this project. Instagram, you'll have to visualize it. All right, you guys, that's all I have. Thank you so much for sharing your cheese. I really appreciate it. Check my brother's really bad weaving first attempt out. Hawaii Modern. I'll put them on my tag. All right, you guys, have a great night.